Welcome, y'all. It's the Geek Down back with another banger, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about three teams that can potentially miss the playoffs this upcoming season. Now, I'm not saying these teams will be 100% out, but if I had to pick a team, these would be my guesses, and let me tell you why. The reason why I have the Phoenix Suns is strictly because of age and health. The average age of this Suns team is 29, and that's not horrible, but where the team is predicated on how heavy they lean on their stars, it gets concerning. KD, by the time the season starts, will be 36. Bradley Beal, I think, will be turning 31. And I bring up these two as the factors to this because although KD was the healthiest he's been in a while last season, as he gets older with a history injury, any game he misses matters immensely. Due to the lack of depth on this team, Bradley Beal was on and off the court, and the numbers show that they were kind of average with him playing and without him playing. But regardless, you're paying someone 50 mil plus just to not help with your win shares, and that's a problem. Because these two players take up a huge chunk of their salary, and when they are not available, you're basically left with the 2016 Suns with Devin Booker doing everything he can just to help them win. And now I know health isn't something you can guarantee will happen, and I get that. It was one factor to why I think the Suns have a chance of missing out on another prime year of Booker and a good year of KD, but they still got a small lineup. They got lucky by getting Tyus Jones to be an actual point guard for this team, and really the only one they have on the team. I know Devin Booker can be a playmaker sometimes, but I wouldn't call him a traditional point guard. Um, and with them starting Tyus, that means Beal will be the small forward and KD will be the power forward, leaving Nurk to be the only interior defense and rebounding presence. And I just don't think that'll work. Given this team isn't super talented defensively, they got players like Grayson Allen, Josh Okogie, and Royce O'Neal. But the problem with having them out there is you kind of limit yourself on the offensive side. Even though Grayson Allen was shooting lights out this season, you still don't got much going on offensively outside of Grayson Allen. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if by the time April rolls around, this team is hovering around 500 and fighting for a playoff spot and potentially even missing. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Lakers. The healthiest LeBron and AD have been since the bubble, and they were in the play-in. This team didn't get any better. They are stuck with a disgruntled D'Lo. This duo's getting a year older. Factor that in with the Rockets, Spurs, Grizzlies, and Kings getting better, even if you want to throw in the Warriors. I just think we've seen the last of LeBron in the playoffs, at least as a Laker. This league has just gotten too talented, and the Lakers have to play catch-up. Unless we get another healthy season by LeBron and especially AD, who hasn't played 70 games since he was on the Pelicans. And the rookies surprise us, but it just seems highly unlikely, and the talent that evens out the roster just isn't that good. They paid Max Christie to ride the bench. Rui isn't moving the needle really. Vando can't stay healthy. Their point guard and center depth leaves a lot to be desired. I just don't see this team locking in for a full 82 games, which they never really do. Maybe they make a trade around the deadline, but this seems to be more of a spectacle than an actual playoff team nowadays. Next, we have the LA Clippers. And if all goes well, this team can be a 50-win roster, but with just how much turmoil they dealt with, I don't know what to expect. First off, they lost PG and Russ, and I know Russ really wasn't moving much, but he still was a spark plug off the bench. And then they added questionable players like Kevin Porter Jr. and Kai Jones, which just kind of adds a weird mix, especially that they got Josh Primo on the bench and Derrick Jones, who will be solid, but I don't know if they're trying to replace PG with a downgrade. But I just don't know that this team, led by an injury-prone Kawhi and a rapidly aging James Harden, with just a lot of question marks everywhere else as a supporting cast, I don't know what they can do. When Kawhi gets injured throughout the season, the idea of a 30-year-old James Harden leading the team in the playoffs in a loaded Western Conference is just something I can't get behind. They have a lot of wing depth, but no true playmaking other than Harden and no real leader. This team just seems odd, and if you were to tell me this team won 35 games or 55, I would believe both. And maybe it's somewhere in the middle, and somewhere in the middle just might not be good enough to make the playoffs. Well, guys, that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the views. Leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.